Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 210. It is Monday morning. I am leaving work right now, heading off to a casino. Let me tell you how we got here. Got home very early this morning. The sun was starting to come up. I got a little bit of sleep. I got ready for work, left for work, took care of 2 meetings, took care of some paperwork, took care of some preparations for the meeting that I'm presenting this afternoon. And right now I am heading off to a casino to take a lap and see if I can find any kind of plays, make any money, and I will also be ordering food to bring back with me. I'll be eating the food in the car on the way back to the office, and hoping to get back to the office about 20 minutes before the meeting that I'm going to be presenting. So that's what's going on there. As far as what happened last night with the Gaming Commission and the casino, I have listened to the audio that I recorded, and I'm pretty sure that these guys violated the law and my rights. And so more will be coming with respect to that. I haven't gotten anyone's opinion or advice on it yet, but I will be sending it out to some people to get some advice, and we'll see what they say. I will definitely be releasing the audio, but not right now. I'm going to wait till it's a little bit aged and off the casino's radar, and get some things censored before I release it. And then we'll release it out there and see what people say, and we'll go from there. So that's what's going on right now. Heading off to my first casino of the day, probably my only casino of the day, and I will be back to update you. All right, guys, I am heading back to the office. I went into that casino, and someone had been there, but I was still able to find a few plays here and there, and they actually paid pretty well. Overall, I was in there for about 45 minutes and played probably 6 or 7 different machines, and ended my session ahead $505. So plus $505. Saw a couple people, talked to a couple people in there that I knew. Got some lunch, actually ate it there, and right now I am heading back to the office. I'm going to have about 20 minutes till my meeting by the time I get there, so I'm going to get myself prepared, go over my information, and get ready for the meeting, and we'll go from there. So from there, I don't know if I'll do anything else today. Still not feeling like I want to play too much right now. You wouldn't know it by the number of hours I'm putting in, but still not feeling it right now. So anyway, gonna let you go for now, plus 505, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, good morning, guys. Tuesday morning. Such a dark morning. Raining outside, 40 degrees, miserable day. Dark, rainy, that feeling like that humid rain, cold, gets into your bones type feeling. That's the feeling right now. And I am going to take a quick stop at a casino before work starts. I will need to get gas, and then I'll be at work. Today at work I have a couple meetings, one of them with my manager, and he will be asking me about, hey, when are you going to start working on Wednesday? And I'm going to say, well, you gave me till the end of the month. I'll start at the beginning of next month. And I've got a little plan here. I'm going to make it look like it's a big inconvenience for me, and it's going to cost me money. And that's not what we agreed on when I started the job. And we'll see what we can do here. So, yeah, that's what's happening right now. Let's face it, the job is more of a pain than anything else, and the meetings are long and boring and useless. Yesterday, when I was able to make my own meeting time and manage the meeting myself, The normal 1 hour meeting was 9 minutes, and everybody was satisfied. I presented everything they needed right away with no fluff. I answered their questions, and it was done. I made a list of things to be done, and I sent out all the emails I needed to based on that list. I'm waiting for replies, and then I'll make changes based on that, and we're done. So, efficiency, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, this morning, gonna go get that play in. People that I've talked to about what happened at the one casino a couple days ago totally feel like these guys violated the law, and I know they did, and I'm not going to let it go. I am going to download the audio to my computer. I'm going to make the necessary changes to it to protect everybody. Nobody mentions the state. I do mention what type of property it is. I don't think I'm going to censor that, so you'll know what company owns it. And then I'm going to release it. So, and then we'll see what public opinion is, and if there's anything that I can do to promote our cause. And I do have some people that I know in politics in my area, and I've been waiting to have them do something to help us. But what I've been waiting on is I want them to put something in my state that says that if you are not breaking a law, that you cannot be trespassed from a place that's accessible to the public. So a hotel, a casino, police station, public buildings, all those places, you're not supposed to be banned from places like that if you didn't violate the law. They can't just say, okay, all the hotels in our state you're not allowed to go to because we don't like you. They should not be able to do that. That's, and that's the same thing that the casinos do. They say, well, we don't like your blue shirt. It's not you. It's not because you're black. It's because you're wearing a blue shirt. And that's okay. We just don't want to serve you, and that's okay. It should not be okay. So that's what I've been holding on to. But this is an interesting thing that the casino pulled, where they said, well, you didn't do anything suspicious, because I asked them when we started the conversation, I don't want to give ID because I want my privacy. Did I do anything wrong or suspicious, or do you suspect me of stealing or doing anything improper? Oh no, you're perfect. Everything is fine. Okay. And then later on it says, well, even though you're perfect and you did nothing wrong, the fact that you don't want to give us what we want, even though it's not required, makes you suspicious. And per our rules, you're being suspicious means that we have to follow the government guideline that says if we think someone did something wrong, then we're required to get their ID. And that's something that no one can avoid and nobody can defend himself from, and it's unfair. And that's what we need to find a solution for. So it's targeting of someone who's not doing what you want for an arbitrary reason. And the reason is, we just want to put you in our computer that this is who we paid. Even though it's not necessary, even though we can just put your description in, we're not going to. Even though our rules say that we have to pay you out immediately, we're not going to. So this is what I'm talking about. And I might need some of you guys to help me out here. If we're going to make a change, we need to have all the information and the right people to help us make a change. I know there was someone recently who was looking for Advantage players who were wrongly detained and things like that. I forget who that was, but he wanted people to come forward. It was a lawyer maybe in New Jersey or Pennsylvania or somewhere like that. I don't know if that's going to fit into that or not, because I was detained for 20 minutes basically for no reason. And technically, if you're not paying me out promptly and you've got my chips, you're holding me where I can't get my money, then you're kidnapping me, you're detaining me, you're false imprisoning me. So give me your feedback. All right, guys, I am back. That was a very frustrating experience. Was ahead right away, like whatever, $20 or $30, and actually went too far on the machine. Ended up down like $50, $49. Went around, played a couple other things. Took me on a huge ride down 1,000, back to even, back down, back even, and I was in there way too long. I was in there about 45 minutes, which is making me late for a meeting right now. Luckily, I can do it online, but I would have rather done it from my desk where everybody could see me. But I ended up leaving that place minus $49. Then I was trying to get out of there, and my voucher ripped coming out of the machine, so I had to go stand in line. Then they had to tape it, and her fingers were shaking, and when she would pull on the tape, it would stick to her fingers, and she'd try to shake it off like a 2-year-old kid, trying to make the tape come off her hand like a 2-year-old by shaking it. And it took her forever to tape this voucher back together. And then she asked me if I wanted large, and I'm like, it's under $100. And because that was like the first voucher that I had, and as it was coming out of the first machine, it ripped. So I cashed my other vouchers. That one was still ripped, and I came back around and got that taken care of, cashed out, and left. And then, of course, like I said, I needed gas. So, whoop, the meeting just started. I got to get on the meeting, but needed gas, so I stopped, got some gas, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot of fun. So right now, heading to the office, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. So finished that meeting, did some work at my desk. I got my system running so many things right now that I'm using like 95% of my resources on my system. So it's going to take a while for it to catch up. I'm leaving. I'm going to go to the casino, see if I can make some money, and then come back. Have a meeting coming up very shortly, so I'm only going to have about half an hour or so at the casino, and then I'll have to run back to the office. So that's what's going on right now. It's been raining all day. It's 45 degrees outside, and we'll see what happens. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So just went into that casino again, and was really having a hard time finding some plays. I did finally find a few plays, and they were up and down. They were rocky. In the end, I ended up okay, but it's just, it's hard to go into a place that is the only place in town, and people hit it all day long, and the same people are in there all day. You cross paths with them as you're checking things. It's really hard to make money that way. But I did end up ahead, $326. It's just always itching to get somewhere where you actually have a chance, where you can actually make some real money. And hopefully tomorrow will be the day, and hopefully tomorrow will be when we make some decent money. I did get a text message. I know this sounds like it's not possible. A text message from the Amish people working on my furniture. Right? How do they have anyway? They use computers and stuff at work, but they don't at home. Anyway, I got a text message that the furniture we ordered, the sectional and recliners and end tables, will be in November 8th. So, and I always pay them cash, and they appreciate that. And they know when I order something that I'm not going to give them any problems. I'm not going to hassle them. I'm not going to complain, because they do such a good job. So when it's time to give them a deposit, they're like, just give us whatever you want. Usually it's this percent, but give us whatever you want. And then I'll hand them an envelope when they deliver, and they don't even count it. They just say thank you when they leave, and they trust me. So this is, it's 5 or 6 or more times I've bought from them, and I definitely would recommend it to people. Even if you have to drive a long way to pick it up, even if you have to drive 7 or 8 hours to pick it up, the furniture is such good quality, So hopefully this will be our last couch and recliner. So tired of buying a recliner every year from Costco. Anyway, right now heading back to the office, have a meeting with my manager. I'm going to explain to him how much of a bind he's putting me in, a hardship that he's putting me in by making me start working on Wednesday, and hopefully we can get a little bit of love, a little bit of help with that, but I doubt it. And we'll see what happens. So right now the way it's going to have to work most likely is I may have to do an overnight Thursday nights, be on Thursday and Friday. I hate to do that because then I'm putting two of my biggest days of the week into one day, and being tired becomes an issue at that time. I'm only going to one area, and I may sleep in the car, or I may have to pay for a hotel and all this stuff. The other choice would be to do an overnight Wednesday at a hotel, so get there late at night, play a little bit, go to sleep, come back Thursday, and then go somewhere else Friday. That may be an option too, but we'll get this thing figured out. So for now, heading back to the office, and I'll come back and update you. All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. We're home, and it's going to be a long one tomorrow, so we're going to rest up and get ready for tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, the email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.